You know, ladies and gentlemen, Dustborn is one of those games that when it comes out, you just know it's going to be bad, but you really can't, prepare yourself for just how bad this game is actually going to be, right? I saw some clips of gameplay, if you even want to call it gameplay, right? But I saw some clips of it, and I got to tell you, man, I don't know how people are able to sit there and actually play this game. I just don't. And I'm not just saying that to be facetious or anything like that because it's a woke game. No, I'm actually being genuinely serious. I don't know how people can sit there and play this game where one of the options is to get triggered. Yes, no, that is seriously a thing. If something happens that you don't like, you have the option to press triangle and get triggered and call someone racist, bro. It's so insane.
That's racist! That's racist! That's racist!
And yet, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Well, apparently they are melting down over Dustborn not being anywhere close. And I mean, that's probably putting it lightly. You're talking about 81 concurrent players versus 2.4 million concurrent players and more on Steam for Black Myth Wukong. But they're melting down because Dustborn came out at the exact same time as Black Myth Wukong, showcasing that when you get woke, you will absolutely go broke. There is no doubt about it. Most of the time, that is the case. And this is another example. But this example is the biggest one we have yet. So let's get into this article from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now it says that woke media attempt to convince gamers to buy Dustborn and it is not working. Now, really quick, I want to give a quick shout out to Madam Savvy. Okay, Madam Savvy, great content creator, great Twitter personality. She does awesome work when she puts her mind to it. But she is a psychopath, okay? Because she decided to buy Dustborn and play this game. And she wanted to do it because the modern audience didn't show up. So she decided she's going to be the white savior and show up. This is why we love Savvy, because she is absolutely insane in all of the best ways. But I think we need to do a hashtag save Madam Savvy in the comments down below, because I'm pretty sure she lost her fucking collective mind playing this absolutely dog shit game. It says that numerous woke gaming and media outlets are attempting to convince gamers to purchase Red Thread Games' radical left-wing political adventure game called Dustborn. However, it appears to be having no effect whatsoever, as gamers have outright rejected the game. Carly Veloci over at Games Radar explains the game's story. Dustborn is first and foremost a visual novel of sorts, where you play as Pax, who teams up with a group of friends and a stranger to deliver a valuable package across the Republic of America to a resistance movement in Canada while pretending to be a touring punk band called the Dustborn. All of this is to hopefully be free of the oppression and danger of a fascist, broken America. Now, keep in mind, when you read that entire, little summary there, you got to keep in mind that the developers made this game based off the ideology that they had in 2016 when Donald Trump became president of the United States of America. You got to remember that this entire summary of a story is based off of the viewpoints of people who have extreme TDS, not minor TDS, extreme TDS. And Veloci has high praise for this, combined with its oddly sustained length, the sheer amount of topics and issues it wants to address, and its growing cast of colorful LGBTQ plus characters. It almost lives up to its promise as an epic political road trip saga about people with superpowers. And again, ladies and gentlemen, all of these LGBTQ plus characters could not save this fucking game. There are more pronouns than there are players playing this game, right? There are more genders than there are players playing this game, right? They've made up more genders than the actual amount of people playing this game. It is fucking insane. You have 83 concurrent players. What are you doing? You can't even classify this as a game at this point. 83 players? Are you serious right now? Over at Forbes, Matt Gardner admits Dustborn is among the most unrepentantly liberal and left-leaning games out there. Nevertheless, he also attempts to convince readers to purchase the game by claiming you just need to have an open mind. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not for this. You need to know what you like and clearly understand that this is not what you like. Even hardcore lefties don't like this shit. That's why nobody's playing it. If you have an open mind and you're willing to give it time to grow, Dustborn is a fun trip, even if it occasionally feels like it's trying to be a bit too edgy for its own good, especially for the type of people who immediately click with its socio-political outlook. Of course, I know them. They're me. Oh, so the game is made for the fucking journalists. That's what it is. Imagine being a games journalist and trying to convince actual gamers to give the game a shot after you just admitted that the game was made for gaming journalists. Nobody likes you guys. Nobody takes your opinion seriously. So the moment you said this game was made for you, congratulations, you just scared away everybody else who would have potentially gave this game a shot. This game is fucking terrible, man. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in a long time. I honestly could not believe some of the clips I saw going around on Twitter. Diego at Polygon aptly describes the game that the road trip story begins with a group of 4 30-year-olds, yeah, all of them are probably single and fucking cat people, inside a minivan, making their escape after a heist. The mission is to make it across an alternate reality version of the United States to eventually deliver their stolen package in Nova Scotia, Canada. Your biggest obstacle is avoiding surveillance from Justice, a fascist regime that particularly interested in persecuting animals. I don't even know how to say that. Anomals. I have no idea. There are people who can speak certain words to invoke special powers after a mysterious event that took place decades ago. Yeah, so you mean like when Donald Trump became president, you guys gained like fucking TDS powers or something like that, and now you can speak words into power and existence? I swear, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. Like, what is there to even say, honestly, at this point about Dustborn? What can I possibly say? I don't even have to say anything for this game to look bad. That's the most amazing thing about all of this, right? This game will look terrible on its own without me even saying a single word. That's how bad this game is. So again, they can do whatever they want to try to make it seem like it's our fault. We're the ones causing this issue, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, man, you guys made this shit. This is an Antifa training program. That's literally what this is. This game is funded by the UK government. Just like a lot of these DEI consultancy firms are funded by the Canadian government, this game is funded by the UK government. Make that make sense. He later acknowledges as much as Dustborn leads into his science fiction setting, its story is told from a viewpoint that has a clear parallels to reality. There are nods to jokes like "my husband and I saw you from across the bar," as well as mentions of woke mind virus, speeches, and how blatantly stupid they are. Similar to Gardner, Arguello concludes his review writing, "In a game informed by decisions, the most gratifying choices didn't involve a right answer. They were about getting a different perspective." Despite these outlets and writers attempting to sell this title to their readers, it appears they have absolutely zero effect. As of writing, there are only 35 people playing the game, and the game's peak concurrent player numbers only hit 83 when the game initially went on sale on Steam. Holy shit. This game has been stuck at 83 all-time peak for a couple of days now. That means it's probably not going to pass that number. And even if it did, it might barely scratch 100 if it's lucky. If it's lucky. This game is a fucking failure, man. Just like all these DEI consultancy firms are becoming failures, their grift is now coming to an end. It has been exposed. They can't do it as easily anymore, and they're melting down over that fact. They want to be able to grift on this for as long as they possibly can, but it seems like the jig is finally up. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.